What's going on YouTube? My name's Jeff, aka Chevylette. That's also my Instagram name if y'all would like to follow. This is kind of an introduction to my videos. I'm going to be having videos basically about my 05 Silverado and as well as my 03 Silverado. But for now, the video is going to be mostly focused on this truck. And I'm just going to do an introduction about what I already have into it right now. And let's get started. The first thing I did to this truck when I got it was it had a bunch of dents all along the side. And you can see one right here. It just had a bunch of little whiskey dents all in it. And I got them all pulled out. The second thing I did exhaust, which I will make a whole separate video about that. But basically my first exhaust was just stock everything with just a Flowmaster 10 series dumped down. Well, now I have a whole different setup under there that I will show in a different video, so stay tuned for that. Got the exhaust and all that settled, and everything was still stock on here. I had stock rims and everything. It was still stock height. I bought a bull bar from Rough Country, which is right here, and it looks really nice. I like how it came out. It was kind of confusing to install. Some of them brackets, it came with like an extra bracket that I didn't end up using, but it works pretty good. Someone already hit me right here in a parking lot, and they were nowhere to be found. So kind of made me mad, but it held up, and it makes the truck look just a nice off-road, nice look to it. I didn't mean hard to install, like it's gonna make or break your idea or your choice of getting one, but mine didn't come with instructions, and I had to figure out the brackets. But you also need about 2 people. Like my neighbor helped me out with mine, so props to him, but it makes it look good. So the next thing I did after the bull bar was I put a Rough Country leveling lift on it, so it raised it up 2.5 inches in the back. And you know, I had it cranked up to the full 1.5 inches in the front, but I cranked it down because on these trucks you really need a gap right here. If you don't have a gap on your bump stop, you're bottoming out and you're ruining suspension parts all the time, which these trucks are not good at keeping suspension parts anyway. But it raised my truck good, and I like it. And it's maybe like 1 inch off from the front to back right now, but you can't really tell. But the only problem I really had with Rough Country, maybe when you're getting like 4-inch or 6-inch lift, maybe those parts are made cheaply, but on the leveling kit, the shocks were just horrible. I mean, they didn't even come with a boot cover like my Ranchos have that boot cover. No, these came with nothing. Sand got in there and locked my shocks up to where they were rough, really rough. It's in the name. But torsion keys and block wise, I mean, you can't really mess up on that. I mean, it's a key and you get your blocks for the rear. The shocks though were just probably my only concern, but hey, I only paid $260 for the kit, so can't really complain. And it made it look pretty good. I got these 17 by 9s with a -12 offset XD grenades, and I like them because they're a 17-inch rim and they have a nice lip on them. I mean, most rims are just flat. I like the lip that this one has. And XDs, I mean, I can't afford forces, and nor would I want to, so I like functionality, and I get functionality. I can hit curbs all day with my big 33 by 1250s and a 17-inch rim. But the rim is wrapped around a Fury MT 33 by 1250 17 mud terrain, and these, I have about 20,000 miles on these tires, and they look fairly good. I keep them rotated. Everyone says they can't keep mud tires going that long, and that's what I was scared of when I bought them. But I've been really happy with these. They look as long as you keep them rotated. I know those people with 3/4 tons and stuff, they have really bad problems keeping mud tires on there. And the noise from these is not too bad. I'm used to it now. I really wanted an all-terrain, but you can't get a 33 by 1250 all-terrain in a 17-inch rim. But you can get a 3.0. Oh, what's going on, Allie? Yeah, she's blind. She's getting pretty old. Yeah, so I had to get, for my other truck, I had to get 305 70/16s because that was 16-inch rim, which is still almost a true 33, but I think I'm just gonna keep mud terrains on these. Some better views of that offset. I mean, it's perfectly even with my fender flare. If I didn't have fender flares, it'd be sticking out the side. But I like how my fender flares and stuff stop stuff from hitting my truck. I mean, I used to have some offset on my other truck and it just scratched the paint all up all the time. I just don't have time for that. I want functionality, I want drivability, I want to not worry about anything. That I did headlights and stuff, but I have not found a good headlight set from anywhere without having to pay like $300, and I don't want to do that. So I just got these on Amazon from about 80 bucks, I think, but they don't shine as good, and they get more. This one already has moisture in it some. So I'm gonna probably eventually just buy them straight from Chevy. I have someone I know that works there. They said that I can get brand new stock ones that came on these trucks from the factory for 200 bucks. So I'm probably gonna do that because I'll have factory beam. The beam will be like a factory and it'll glow the whole road like it's supposed to. Inside of here though, I am really happy with. I have aux beam, highs. I don't know if you can see them in there. Aux beam, highs, and lows. Man, and I paid 40, I think 45 for my brights and 50 for my lows. And I mean, I have LED high and lows, and they just plug in and play, plug and play. I also have an LED running light down here, regular turn signal. I don't really care about that. My aux beams, that's the lows that are on. I mean, you can hear the fan maybe. I don't know if we can hear that, but it's got a little fan in there that cools down. And let's do the brights. So here's the brights, which are really bright too. So I really like these aux beams. These are some of the best LED headlights I've ever had. Another thing I did to my truck was I got these. These are from Amazon, I believe, and they are just some LED tail lights, smoke red, and they have the bracket, you know, the bracket system in them. I like it a lot. And I got my LED reverse lights as well. Another funny thing that I have on my truck, it was funny. So I got this little third brake light cover for probably, I got it for free. And it was chrome, but I took it to work and I sandblasted it and I painted it color match, primed it and painted it color match, and that thing, I like it. I was thinking it'd be kind of ricey at first, but it looks pretty cool at night. The Chevy symbol lights up, so I like that little mod. Another thing I have on my truck is just a K&N cold air intake system, and I'm really happy with this system. And I got the plastic tubing because I used to have a metal one on my other truck and it got really hot, and that's not what you want going through a cold air intake. But this, I'm really loving this, and the sound is amazing, which I'll do on my exhaust video. I will do a sound of my exhaust, show you the setup, and I'll also show you the sound of this K&N, and it sounds really good. I like it, man. It just has this sound that I have never heard in a cold air intake before. Because I've had, you know, air raids and Spectra or whatever they are, but that K&N has a really good sound. Inside the truck, the only thing I really have on here is I got this nice dash mat. My dash is not cracked at all. I just wanted this to preserve the dash under there, and it cost about 40 bucks on Amazon. I got LED lights. My Honor, my headliner, that's gonna be fixed soon. I got LED everything. And I got this installed the other day. I have a touchscreen Kenwood deck, and I have Sirius XM antenna right there. So I have satellite radio. I have this telephone. I can hook my phone up to it. I can dial numbers on here. I can have all my contacts in here. And that's just a nice little touch to a newer vehicle that I have on my 05. So I don't need a new vehicle, in my opinion. I forgot to mention on the lift, as time went on, honestly about 5 months ago, I got these Ranchos shocks put on. Now they're rough too, don't get me wrong, but they're so much better than the rough country shocks. So if anyone was wanting to do this setup, I would recommend definitely the rough country kit, or maybe just getting the torsion keys and the blocks by themselves and doing your own shocks. Doing whatever shocks you want, Bilstein, Ranchos, Fox. I was gonna get Fox 2.0s, but I don't have that. I didn't really want that. I'm trying to keep a nice budget on this truck and not go over it too much, which I've already went way over my budget probably on this truck fixing things, which we'll get to in a different video. But my only warning is to make sure you have, like I said earlier, a gap right here where you can put your finger under it. Because all these kids nowadays, and I was one of them back in the day, cranked my torsion bars up, and I was like, oh cool, I got my truck lifted, blah blah blah. Well, I've ruined all my suspension parts because of that. Because it was hitting the bump stop, putting so much pressure on everything. I ruined tie rods, I ruined ball joints. Do not recommend that. So if you have a gap, you're still gonna go through front ends on these trucks, but you're still gonna probably be all right and get a lot smoother ride. So that's just a little introduction to what I'm gonna be posting on my channel about this truck and anything I really do to it, anything that goes wrong with it, anything, you know, so I can maybe help people out, or if people want parts, have the same truck, maybe you just got a truck like this, a Cat Eye Chevy, and you want to do some stuff to it. I've already been through some bad parts that I know never to buy again. I've been through parts that I'm like kind of about, and I have parts that I really love that I put on this truck. So if you want to know about anything I have on there, feel free to leave a comment, ask me. I will respond, get back to you. And I hope y'all look forward to watching my channel in the future.